Williams veers left, pulls up, looking for the lead, and he got it. Jaron Williams, 2 seconds, 1:11.109. Now SGA probing, piercing, spinning, hanging for the lead, and SGA knocks it down. The Thunder finally get the defensive stop, and SGA puts them in front.
I'm Kenrich Williams. You're listening to Topic Thunder.
And welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Top Thunder Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan Hunsinger at Thunder Chats, where you're part of the Believe Network, and this podcast is brought to you by BetOnline.ag. Now that that's out of the way, I am joined by...
Nope.
Oh, God, it's not. God, I'm so sorry. I'm literally looking at the site. Alex, and I went back to the throwback. We're not brought to you by BetOnline.ag. We're brought to you by a superior sportsbook in every way, shape, and form. And that's the FanDuel Sportsbook. And you know what?
Thank you.
I'm actually going to go look at something, before I even introduce Alex, because I feel upset that just happened. And of course, they don't have division winners for that. I was going to do a baseball one, Alex, because I know you're a Red Sox fan, right? So you don't got to worry about it. You're already in the playoffs. So
no, we're not. But
you're not really? Dang. Well, this shows you how how casual of a baseball fan I am.
Down to the wire, man.
Well, I'm
last 4 games of the season.
Yeah, hey, that's us too. That's the Reds. That's how the Cincinnati Reds are. We are in a 3-way, not tie, but separated by one game between the Mets and the Diamondbacks. Yep. And we just swept the Cubs. It was a 4-game series, and we swept the Cubs. And we just dropped 2 to the Pirates. So I don't know what's happening with the Reds. I don't know if we're going to make it or not. But BetOnline has odds and stats and info for all your baseball needs. You can build a parlay, try to get home runs. You can predict who's going to be the MVP. Alex, do you have a shout-out for you think is going to be MVP in the AL and NL?
The AL, I think it's going to be Cal Raleigh.
Yeah, the big dumper.
NL, yeah. NL, I haven't really paid too much attention for anything going on in the but I think he's, I think Raleigh's going to get the I think Cy Young's going to be who is the guy from, was it Cleveland that hit somebody in the face yesterday?
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
Big boy, yeah. I think he's going to get the Cy Young.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see him in the top 3.
Yeah, Skubal.
Okay, yeah, he's Detroit. Yeah, he's Detroit.
Oh, Detroit. I'm sorry, Detroit.
Yeah,
Detroit.
Skubal. Yeah, he's the heavy favorite. He is at minus 20,000.
Yeah, and I know our boy Crochet.
Yeah, he's right there.
I know he had a little bit of hype, a couple weeks ago, but the Red Sox, after they were, after they rode a nice little winning streak there, and so I think kind of took it from there and ran with it. So I think he's going to win Cy Young.
Yeah, and I think I heard that Hunter Green might be in the conversation for NL Cy Young. I'm not 100% sure on that, but, if he was, I would use FanDuel to bet Hunter Green because, I am an unapologetic Reds casual homer. So that's how we do around here. Also, NL League MVP, NL League MVP, the favorite is minus 50,000, which is Shohei Ohtani. So that feels like that's probably a wrap. But
yeah,
AL MVP is kind of a toss-up. So Cal Raleigh's favorite at minus 105, but Aaron Judge is right behind him at minus 120.
Aaron Judge, right? Yeah.
So hey,
I mean, it might be team success. So we are doing the Yankees a favor. We have beat the Blue Jays the first 2 games of this 3-game series, and the Yankees are basically tied. And so I think the Yankees will have overtaken the AL East lead, Blue Jays. So I think we're somehow, some way, we're helping the Yankees. Damn it!
Very nice. Gotta love that. I know Cone loves it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does.
All right, Alex. Well, hey, this is not topic baseball.
Me and Tierney, right, baby.
Right. This is not topic baseball. It's not topic Red Sox, Reds, or even topic Yankees. This is Top Thunder podcast, man. So this is something that we did last year. And I think whenever we like recapped it, I think it ended up being a tie. So we both did pretty good. So Alex, this is our grudge match. We're going to run it back again. This is our 5-leg Thunder stats parlay. Now the rules are simple. You can take any stat in a game of basketball that was recorded for the Thunder last year for a single Thunder player. And you're basically going to tell me what the stat is, tell me what the number is, and you're going to predict if it's going to be higher or lower this year. Now, the rule is once you select a player for one category, that player is done. The other guy cannot select him for his category. So basically, we're going to have 10 different players in this parlay. And this is also going to be a draft. So we'll figure out who goes first in a second, but it will be snake style. So we'll go 1, and then the second pick will get second pick and third pick before the person that picked first gets 4th and 5th. We'll do it that way. All right. I'm not going to say pick a number. I'll say pick a number between 1 and 10, and I'm going to type it into Google, and I'm going to share my screen so you know I'm not lying, Alex. I mean, I'm sharing my screen so you know I'm not lying. How can you say poppycock? All right, here we go. Give me a number. I'm hitting generate.
8.
All right, well, I think you get number 1. I didn't guess a number, but 8 is always my number that I guess. So I think you got it, bro. I think you got it. Alex, kick us off. What is going to be the number 1 pick in this Thunder stats parlay?
I'm going to go with
Okay.
So once I pick a player, you can't pick that player. Correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And so we can pick any stat for that player, correct?
Yep. You're just rehashing the rules as I said them, but yeah.
I am. I'm just thinking.
No, you're good.
So, okay.
I see. I was thinking that, but I don't know if that's actually a stat because,
okay.
Yeah, stats are like something that you keep track of during a game and then collectively, carries over. So I think in the spirit of the game, no.
So, fine. So to kick off Chet Holmgren's Defensive Player of the Year campaign. How many blocks did he have?
2.2 last year.
Over on that.
All right, over on Chet Holmgren blocks. I'm actually curious what the block leaders were last year.
It's Wemby, definitely.
Yeah, I'm just looking at like the number. So yeah, Wemby had 3.8, Kessler at 2.4. Chet was actually tied for third with 2.2. So
yeah, I can see that.
Okay, I like it. Chet Holmgren blocks. I am going to go with. This happens all the time. Like, this is my game, and I always struggle with it. I'm gonna go with. Oh God, dude, I don't even know. There's so many options. Okay.
I mean, yeah, at this point in the game.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? Frick it. I'm going to speak it into existence. I'm going to take my boy, Shea, which, by the way, I don't know if the people can see. I don't know if you can see Alex, but right here.
Hey, I can see him back in the back.
Got the Shea Butters on display, just waiting for the time.
The Butters.
Whenever I can get on the court to put those babies on and try them out. So, but yeah.
No, you're going to put them on the court?
Absolutely, brother. Come on now.
There's just some shoes that shouldn't be.
Shea literally plays basketball in them. I want to play basketball in them.
basically a Converse. He get a shoe any day he wants.
I mean, it's true, but I'm just trying to hoop like Shea, bro. I put them on and I was breaking them in around the house, and I was just doing step backs over and over again. It felt great. Anyways, I'm going with Shea, and I'm speaking this into existence because he got really close this year. He's gotten close in the past. I think percentage-wise, this is probably the closest he's been in his career, but I think it's happening.
Don't do it.
3-point percentage over 37.5.
Okay.
54
Is that what he had
is
last year?
happening. Yeah, 37.5, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked that was that high,
Good
too.
one. That's a good one.
All right. Oh, and I got to pick
I like
again.
that. I like
this
that.
sucks.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go off the cuff a little bit. Nikola Topic minutes played. I'm just kidding. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go Isaiah Hartenstein. His assists last year. And a shot in the dark what Isaiah Hartenstein's assist per game was last year.
Like 0.8.
3.8. Yeah, he was actually third in the team in assists behind Shea and Dub. I'm going to say under on that.
Ooh.
Because, obviously we got Shea, we got Dub. Chet's going to be playing more. Topic is going to be integrated into the offense. He's going to be getting some assists. AJ Mitchell is healthy again. I think that, the Thunder like to move the ball around a lot. So it's not very often that a guy gets high assist numbers to begin with. But now we have even more capable guys of generating assists and easy baskets for teammates. So, yeah, Isaiah Hartenstein under assists. I like it.
Okay. I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and take Dub.
You would.
And I'm going to take – it's going to be the easy one. I'm going to take – so this will be my only scoring. Dub. Points higher.
Oh, okay. Do you know how many points he had last year?
I think he's going to 21.5.
21.6. Very good guess.
20.6. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go 24.
Oh, you're calling your shot too.
Yeah, I think he's about to ascend another level. Really do. I think the wrist is gonna be. I think the 3-point shot is gonna be there. He's learning. I think he learned how to dominate the game while also being a second stay, and that is serve. He knows how to do that while also still being, the running mate of SGA. Because a lot of teams struggle with that. A lot of players struggle with the 1A 1B dynamic type thing, and I think Dub is just like the perfect guy. That other player to be that other guy that handles the ball, that scores the ball. Average goes up to about 24, 23 and a half.
Yeah, I mean, the Thunder literally drafted Josh Giddey to coexist with Shea and be the scorer, assister, facilitator type guy. And you see how hard it is to find in the NBA. And the best example, a good example, is the Josh Giddey pairing. But yeah, I think that in the finals last year, Dub and Shea, like you said, they just learned how to play off of each other, very well. You saw it kind of in the Western Conference Finals, and it bleeded more into the finals. But obviously, Shea had his moment, Dub had his moment whenever he dropped the 40. But they played really well. I can't remember which game it was, but they started running screens for each other. Shea was screening for Dub.
It was game 4.
It was game 4. Okay, yeah. Shea was screening for Dub. Dub was screening for Shea. It was generating open looks on an otherwise stingy defense that the Pacers had been throwing out in the series that far, and it really helped them out. So look forward to seeing that kind of catapult.
It was, like that is what like NBA people call junk defenses. Like that was literally a defense just a couple of games type thing, and that's what you have to run against the Thunder. Yeah. That's I hear questions about the Thunder coming up this season, and some of the questions are, they saw what happened against Denver's Indiana. Are teams going to be defending the Thunder differently? In a regular season, when you're just playing one game a night, not going to be defending you differently because you're you. Now, in a series, yes, but in a season, they're going to be using their schema that they use throughout the entire to try to defend you against your offensive scheme. And so, when they ask questions like that, it's like it's not going to have a regular season game. You may see like zone defenses every once in a while, but you're not going to see like that junk defense where like either they're playing zone all the time or they're the screen up high, those types of things. Those are just for like playoff series and things like that.
Right. All right, man. You have another pick now.
Let's do AJ Mitchell.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do Would minutes per game, would that just be like a mild take?
Yes, that hurts the spirit of the game.
Mild take. Yeah, let's do. And I think 3-pointers be too low also because he didn't play a ton. What's his?
It's 1.7.
So I'm gonna.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say he averaged 3.5 a game.
I love how you're just like calling your shots here, man.
Yeah. I think AJ Mitchell is gonna play not a ton. It's gonna be a consistent 15-minute per game player team. And so I think with that, the in this game is to shoot threes and make threes. That's what helps you out, especially the type of player that AJ is, which is a driver, automatic paint touches, those types of things, type of game out of the outside shot. And so I do think he's going to go ahead and work that into his game, and it's going to be a part of his game moving forward. 3.5 attempts per game sounds about right.
Okay. Let it fly, AJ Mitchell. All right.
Let it fly, baby.
For my next one, I got to take the other Wildcat. Give me Casey Wallace, 1/2 of cookies and cream. And in cookies and cream fashion, man, I think those steals number at 1.8, I think it's going up. I think that he is, for one, he's going to get in the film room with Caruso and Dort, over the offseason. And he's going to learn how to watch film and apply it to the game and not just rely on his athletic talent. And it's going to pay huge dividends. And also, I just think he's going to have a much bigger role this year because, we saw how little we used Caruso during the regular season last year, and he's another year older, and he has a full, almost the fullest possible playoff schedule that you could have had this past season. He's coming off of that. So I could see us using Casey Wallace, especially early on, as a true 6-man, not necessarily like the guy that is initiating the offense off the bench, but just a guy that's always out there, a guy that you can, throw out there and he can handle the ball. He can spread out to the 3-point line. He can be a disruptor on defense. And also he can close games for you if you need to. So, I'm taking Casey Wallace steals over.
Nice. I like that.
Also, pop quiz. Do you know where Casey Wallace finished in steals last year?
You said 1.8, right? I would say
tied for 5th. You're right on the money with some of these guesses, man. I'll tell you what.
Well, I mean, the bar was at Daniels, so I'm pretty sure.
Fair.
Dyson Daniels, I'm pretty sure there's a couple point guards that are probably out. And so yeah, you get to about 1.8, you're about 4 or 5.
Technically, he probably should be tied for fourth because Matisse Thybulle's on here second, and he only played 15 games.
Okay, yeah.
And actually, DeJounte Murray and Herb Jones only played 31 and 20 games. So, you know what? For my money, Case Moss was tied for second in steals last year. Let's go for it. Anyways, so sticking with cookies and cream, I just made the case for I think that his regular season playing time is going to be a little bit more limited next year. I think that his points per game is actually going to go down from 7.1. And people might think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think as long as we have Caruso fresh for the playoffs, it's a win for the Thunder.
I think it's going to go up. He had such a bad start to the season last year. Like, it was – is your cat okay, dog?
Yeah, he's just making noise. Hold on. Keep talking. I'm going to make sure he doesn't wake up Nova. Hold on.
No, so what I'm saying in regards to Caruso, he had a horrible start to the season. Like, I remember first couple months of the year, we were worried about his three-point shot. His percentages were low, 30% for a lot of that first half of the year. And so, we were a little bit worried about what kind of Caruso we got. And, everybody was – there are years where Caruso comes out of the gates blazing hot. And so, we thought a very cold season throughout, but we saw that he got warmed up as the season went on. Was one of our most consistent three-point shooters, if not the most consistent three-point shooter on the team. And so I do think that carries over, and I think that his average probably goes up, man. So
I got you.
Yeah.
I just jumped back to the stream page. We got Chin in the chat saying we're so back. Shout out, Chin. Appreciate you, brother.
Hello.
Or sister. I don't know for sure, Let's see here. Alex. So I just took Caruso. You said that's a nice take, but it sucks. So go ahead and give me your last two picks, my friend.
My last J.
Oh, the big J Will.
Triple doubles.
Oh my God.
How many did he have last year?
3?
He had 4?
Did he have 4? Roll up. Ooh.
Your camera is all of a sudden
lovely.
Very. Yeah, the camera is like
bam.
It's unfocused. Bam.
Yeah, I hate it. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. It's so annoying.
It looks like how you would see yourself without your glasses.
It makes sense, honestly.
Yeah.
Jalen Williams at 3. I was correct.
I'm gonna go over.
Over 3 triple doubles.
Give me over 3 triple doubles for Jay Will.
It's a bold stat, and I like it.
I think I have plenty of minutes. If we're gonna, hopefully everybody's healthy, but we ankle sprains, little tweaks here and there happen. We're gonna be playing some bad, and we get down to the end of the season. The reality is that even though there are many teams that would love, Joe happens to be our third center, and so there's gonna be nights where we're playing against the Nets. We're playing at Charlotte Hornets, the Utah, Chant, Hart, they need a rest. And so he's going to get those big-time minutes. And we saw what he did last year in those big-time minutes. Like basically a G League squad, he racked up triple-doubles. And so he's going to get a lot more. So triple-double city, baby. He's going to be the baby Jokic out there.
Baby Jokic.
And then my last one.
Buddy.
Let's see. Oh, this is a tough one, man. We've run out of players almost.
Not even close, man. Deepest in
not
the league.
even close. I know. I mean, Topic, everything's 0 with Topic, so you can say anything is going to go up.
Yeah. That violates the
But that's not.
spirit of the game, man. Come on.
Let's see. Points per game. That sounds too easy. Let's see. I want something obscure. Brooks Barnheiser.
Oh, my. You
He's
can't do a rookie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ah, man. Okay. So, let's see. Isaiah Joe. I tell you what. Okay, no. There is one stat with Isaiah Joe that I was kind of surprised. And it's Isaiah Joe offensive rebounds.
He is.
I think.
All right. Give me how many you think he has.
I mean, probably like
No.
He's at 0.4 or something
0.6.
Yeah, I think that was Kaysen. Offensive rebounds a lot.
Isaiah Joe was getting a lot of offensive rebounds like down the stretch of the season and the playoffs, but yeah, throughout the course of the season, no, not really.
Let's see. We got Lou. What can Lou Dort do for us? What about Lou Dort percentage at the rim? Can you
Let me see. Player rim percentage.
Because again, just won a championship, but they're still young. Still, nuances to the games that there's especially constructed. So I do think that he struggled maybe a bit with him this season. And so I want to see what that is before I make my decision.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a shot dashboard maybe. Yeah, I think that's right. Oh my God. No, that's not the right one. I almost got it. Hold on. Tracking. We'll find it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take the higher on that. I think he gets better. I think the offense more of a. I think we have like a top 5 offense.
Mm-hmm.
And so with Chet, Dub, SGA, Chet, Dub, all kind of like getting their own ground. It's going to open up so much more lanes and so much more shots for Lou. And I think the fact that he gets around, a lot more players are going to jump out at him. And so he's going to have that, that fake opportunity for him many nights. And so I do think he improves that, and he improves his.
NBA always does this. I don't know why, but it always like kicks out playoff stats. Like whenever you search recently, he actually shot 78.6% from the rim in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, he did.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the attempts aren't the attempts.
It was like 0.6 or something like that, but. Yeah, I was just like, oh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Lou Dort in the regular season last year, 54.1%, is less than 5 feet from the basket, which is basically rim percentage.
Which is bad.
Yeah.
When you talk about at the basket.
He was.
Let's go up.
He was the lowest person on the team that's not named Alex Dukas.
There you go. So yeah, he's gonna get
54.1% rim percentage for Dort. That was a journey. You made me work for that one.
Appreciate your effort, sir.
Yeah. Thankfully, I have a computer that doesn't like to crash out. All right. Yeah, you said over for J. Will. Cool. So I got the last one. Dang. I'm sad you went Dort. I was going to go with Dort on another off the wall one, but now I have to get creative. Don't know how much more creative I can get. Let's see. Isaiah Joe or Wiggins is what I'm looking at here. And I feel like I've been uncharacteristically not pessimistic, because I feel like just because some of these players are, or some of these numbers are dropping, it's for the greater good of the team, and also other circumstances. So I want to go over on something to end this one.
I think I went over choices, so
I think you did.
I think you went.
Ow, I went under on only one of them. Thank you, sir.
Okay, well, it was
no. Yeah, no, I went under on Caruso. You're right. Thank you for telling me that, because I would have put it in wrong. Let's see.
And Dylan has been less positive than me.
You know, it makes me want to go back and change all my picks. Let's say. This is so tough. I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna say Aaron Wiggins, less field goal attempts. So he was at.
What was he at last year? 7.5?
Much higher.
Really?
9.6.
11.6. Okay.
Yeah. So
who do I think he is?
I think a lot of that's weighted from like the end of the season, whenever he was like our first option. But yeah, I think that it's going to be hard to get minutes off that bench. We was deep last year, but we also had a lot of injuries, and maybe injuries still rear their ugly head, and it throws all our predictions out the window anyways. But if we are able to stay healthy, like, there's a lot of mouths to feed, man, between Case and Caruso, Nikola Topic, AJ Mitchell, and that's just the guards. Like, you got Ooze, you got Kenrich Williams, Brandon Carlson signed a contract with us. You got as we said, Jay Will, and then of course Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, like and then Brooks Barnheiser we just drafted. Like, there's a lot of mouths to feed on that bench. Yeah. So I love Wiggs. I still think that he can be an impactful and a helpful player for us, but I don't think he's going to get as many shot attempts throughout the regular season. Yeah. And there's a chance that, we clinched the 1 seed basically a month or with a month left in the season last year. And that was with Chet Neihart missing half the year. There's a chance we stay healthy and we clinched the 1 seed like 2 months before that. And so we see even more Aaron Wiggins.
He had a crazy stretch last year, didn't he? Wasn't there a stretch where like he was scoring for like a couple games?
Yeah, like whenever nobody would play
against New York.
Yeah, well, that was huge. But yeah, no, whenever nobody else would play, like J. Will was like a lot for triple double, and Wiggins was a lot for 25, maybe 30. Yeah. Shout out FanDuel. I won a couple parlays. On those days where nobody was playing, it was almost easier to hit a parlay in those days than it was to hit a normal game parlay.
It really was, because it was like you had like 5 players that could actually play NBA ball. Players that were going to get stats.
It's like, give me J. Will, give me Isaiah Joe, give me Aaron Wiggins, give me Ousmane Dieng.
Yeah.
Hey, you laugh. I won a bet with Ooze props last year. So
with his 2 career starts.
Hey, listen, the streets are saying it's better than Poku. That's all I gotta say. But okay.
But does he have a fantasy?
You know, he might. He might have one in his possession. But Alex, to recap, this is our parlay. So you have Chet over 2.2 blocks, Dub over 21.6 points. These are per game, by the way. AJ Mitchell over 1.7 3-point attempts. Jay Will over 3 triple doubles. That is not per game. And Dort over 54% rim percentage. I have Shay's 3-point percentage over 37.5. Yeah, it's for the season. Good call. I have iHeart assists under 3.8, Queso's steals over 1.8, Caruso's points under 7.1, and Wiggs field goal attempts under 9.6. There you have it. You know, there's a perfect world where we're
nice, baby.
There's a perfect world where, you know, we
Victory
get
for me.
we get
Victory
all
for me.
of them right, like both of us do, and we just, you know, we walk away
That's
rich
true.
and with another title. So
I'm so down. So down.
yeah, I'm with
Like
it.
I know there isn't a lot of Thunder news out there, but Sam Presti
There will be
talks
tomorrow.
Sam Presti talks tomorrow, and the players Agnoni talk on Monday. We'll have boots on the ground. Hopefully, we'll have other players that help do the intro for the podcast.
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's quickly coming upon us.
It really is, man. It's almost here. It's crazy to think about. I'm really interested to see what Sam Presti's energy is for the preseason presser, coming off of a title. It's gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna be like, hey, we got one, but it's 0-0. We're starting all over, want to knock you down, and you know that's gonna be Presti speak right there. Like, you know, those types of people like that, those types of leaders, like they know how to take whatever situation they're in, you know, form it to basically make their new motto for that new season. Before this past year, it was all we're chasing this. You know, we're going to continuously try to get better. You know, this and that. Now that you're there, now you can go ahead and new book of sayings and a whole new book of and things like that to be like, hey, once you're on top, everybody's trying to get you. So it's gonna be new as far as what he says and why he's saying it and how he says it. But it's gonna be the same old Presti.
Right. It kind of reminds me John Calipari whenever he was coach at Kentucky. Like, he had really, really good success early on. You know, we won. I think we went to Elite Eight, Final Four, won the national title in like the first 3 years. Then went NIT, and after that, Final Four, went to the championship. And each year at Big Blue Madness, which is like, you know, how like we kick off the season, he would give what everybody called the State of the Bluegrass address, where he just have like a big speech about the season and tempering expectations and whatnot.
Yeah.
The year before our platoon team, where we had Karl Anthony Towns, Devin Booker, the Harrison twins, you know, all those guys, like basically where we almost went undefeated. He got on the mic, said, "Enough talk, let's ball," and dropped the mic. And like, you know, he was moving different at that point. So maybe we see Presti moving different. Before we go, Alex, you are a self-proclaimed hip-hop head, hip-hop connoisseur. Obviously, Sam Presti, also a big hip-hop head. Dropped the Tribe Called Quest line in the Paul George documentary years ago, Scared Money Don't Make None. If there was a line in hip-hop that Sam Presti would pull to put in this press conference to get us ready for the season, what would it be?
Oh man, you had to
Put me on the spot
on this one. Let's see. Oh man, let's see. Star. They had a line. Guru had a line that said, whatever you do, you're gonna have. We all need a moment of. It's so the moment of truth, and so basically, it's lonely at the top of whatever you do. You offers around you. something, something, no man is bulletproof. We all must meet our moment of truth type thing. And that's basically what we're saying tomorrow. Like, yeah, we're at the top, but available. The Thunder do have weaknesses. They have faults. And there are other teams built up to come after them. And so, a moment of truth. We're going to have parts in this season where, hold on. I can't see it. Hold on.
I can read it for you.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there you go. I can't see it.
Fair. It says, they say it's lonely at the top, and whatever you do, you always got to watch some other efforts around you. Nobody's invincible. No plan is foolproof. We all must meet our moment of truth. Very nice. Off the dome. Under pressure, Alex.
Damn, bro, you put me on the spot, man. I'm very proud of myself that I came through.
I'm proud of you as well.
I love my hip hop lyrics, dog.
Absolutely. Hey, we're gonna have to do some more podcasts. Like, what's a like encouraging word for Thunder fans after a losing streak? Give me a line, Alex. So
you should put that on the you should put that on the tweet.
Absolutely. We just birthed a new segment, so get ready for that. But yeah.
Hey man, just before we go, we gotta talk about Houston, man. That was a tough blow for them.
Yeah, Fred VanVleet tore his ACL for. I'm sure everybody watching this would have already seen, but it's a huge blow. I was talking to Cone. He was trying to get me to get him some butters, but I said that you'll either have to cut off your toes or wear 1,000,000 socks because they only had 9.5 and 13 left. But yeah, whenever I was talking to him about it, he was like, "There's basically just nobody that could dribble on that team." It's like, there's all these players, like they have good players, but they're all, for lack of a better term, they're all a bigger position. And I love my guy Reed Sheppard. As I mentioned, huge UK fan. I love Reed Sheppard. I don't think this is how you want to bring along Reed Sheppard's development. Just throwing him as the starting point guard alongside a team that's their aspirations are to contend for a title this year, like before the Fred VanVleet injury. So I don't think that would be fair to him. I don't think that would be good for him. I think what happens is that they just basically just run Amen out there and hope for the best, maybe initiate some more from Alperen Şengün, maybe give KD some looks as playmaker. And they're just going to play a really big lineup. They're either going to be starting Dorian Finney-Smith or Jabari Smith, with Amen, Kevin Durant, Şengün, Steven Adams. So they're just gonna be a really huge team, but they can't dribble. So that'll be really fun.
I think I truly believe that Kevin Durant is gonna be of the Thunder when he was on there with Westbrook. I think Amen Thompson is the candidate to go ahead and start at point guard. Like, he is athletic, he can handle the ball, he can dribble. He can get the ball up court, but lack of shooting on that team outside of Durant and possibly outside of, maybe tonight, maybe, but if you're not having people that can shoot, that defense is able to stay inside, contain everything that you like to do. And so I do think there are going to be looks up and he's like, "Am I playing with Russell Westbrook again? This isn't there, man." That was the biggest. That kept them from winning a championship was the lack of outside scoring from. For completely being honest, Love West the big thing that kind of kept them from making that next leap. During it, and Klay Thompson were on the Warriors and they were doing the opposite and winning championships. So it'll be interesting to see.
I don't know if you remember what the odds were for for the opening game with the Rockets before, but I think they were -4.5. We were the favorites on that. Well, the odds have jumped to 7.5. We are now favored -7.5 on the Rockets with the Fred VanVleet news. So Vegas and the good folks at FanDuel are counting that towards things. So you can go ahead and go to FanDuel and bet on the Thunder to win that game. Right now it's minus 110 odds, for us to cover the spread at 7.5. And you could also bet the over under, make you a nice little parlay action. Alex, the over under set at 225.5. You like the over or the under for that game?
For the season, you're not completely warmed up yet as far as like 3-point shooting. So I'm gonna
I'll also take the under for the reason you said, but also the Thunder are obviously an elite defensive team, and an Ime Udoka team is always going to be good defensively, disciplined defensively, and they got just linked.
It might be a mud fight.
Yeah. So as long as we walk out victorious, that's all that matters. So, guys, with that being said, hope everybody has a great night. God bless. Hoop when you can. We'll be back again Friday to talk about Presti's Presser and some other things. But